Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one is for Mixed Media Mayhem, and I got to choose the recipe for today, and so I chose to use a sketch, and I drew this sketch up, and then we have to have paint and scraps. And so, yeah, I don't know what picture I'm going to be using or anything yet, but it's going to be fun, so let's get going. So here's the sketch again, a little closer, and I have decided to use my metallic watercolor paints for the background, and I'm going to use a really pretty minty color, and I'm just doing the packaging technique on an acrylic block, and I'm just putting the paint strictly down onto the cardstock. There is no gesso on this piece of cardstock paper, and I'm just trying to make sure I make it big enough so that you can see the paint behind the picture. And then I'm doing a little spot down at the bottom, and yeah, so I'm going to trim the picture down just a little bit. This is a picture of my daughter sending us a good luck snap when she was in college. We were headed to a bow shoot, and so since she wasn't able to be there, she sent us a good luck picture. So I wanted to use, in the background I have like lines of, just to represent some sort of what do you call it, mixed media. And so I am using this really cool stamp set. I haven't used it near as much, near enough. And so it just has some scripty words in the background. And now I'm grabbing some of my older stamps. I have this is like a geometric squares, and I stamped them in almost the same exact color as the paint, but you can see them. I think they turned out really cool looking. And then here is where I'm going to bring in my triangles, since I don't want the only thing black on this layout to be the stamping. I'm bringing in black and white pattern paper, and I thought about using the black and white for matting the photo, but then I decided to go ahead and use just a white cardstock, and got that all cut out. I don't know why it jumped like that, but that's okay. And then I grabbed a piece of these are all scraps, and so out of my scrap bin, and so I grabbed a piece of this green that matches the same paint, and now I'm going to use this. It's a really textured black cardstock that it almost looks like you took a piece of paper and wrinkled it up, and so it has a lot of texture to it. It's really thick, and so I'm going to make a couple triangles out of it, and I had two pieces that I pulled out of my scrap bin, but I ended up only using the one. And then get these all cut up, and then this white one with black vines on it. The vines are actually like velvet, so they're really soft, so it's another texture. And so I'm going to turn them into small triangles, and I'll have, I think, one at the bottom, and yeah, one over here on this little side piece. So just trying to figure out how I want everything to lay. I went ahead and used my ATG to adhere that big triangle down. It does work, but like I said, it is really thick, so I'm going to pop up my photo onto some fun foam, but it's a thicker than the cardstock, so then my daughter's forehead kind of bends down. So I grab a thin piece of foam that I have, and I'm going to stick it where her forehead is, and then that evens it all out, and it works perfect. I will use my ATG and liquid glue to get all this to adhere down. And I'm liking that. And then I decide I want some different color triangles as well. And so I'm using this black one with just a little bit of white on it. And I'm going to do kind of like a chevron look over on this side over here. And using with one of the white with the vines on it there. And then I will take that black one with the white markings and bring it up to the top so I have it in more than one spot. There we go. So I think all my triangles are done. I think that's all that's in the sketch there. I do not put my title at the bottom like I have in the sketch, and I did not go across the triangles with the arrows just because you wouldn't have seen them. And you see where I put this cute little zigzag, or looks like a whole bunch of cursive E's off to the side. Well, I didn't check my stamp, and the top of it, yeah, got ink on it. So I just turned it into an arrow. I think, okay, that will work. I like it. It wasn't on purpose, but you know, that's one thing nice about using mixed media is that you can change things and cover things up, and yeah, you just go with it, and it actually turns out just fine. So getting all my triangles here down, I did on the bottom here, I put an arrow and then put the triangle over it. So it's opposite of what I have in the sketch, but I like it. I was going to put my title down here, but then I liked where she wrote good luck on the picture when she sent it to us, and so I'm just going to use that as my title. And I'm stamping my 2 big ones and 3 little stamps, and then I'm going to paint them in the same metallic paint palette, but this time I'm using this creamy white color, and I'm going to go do them all this color, and then I will come in with like a burnt orange and do the centers. And these will be the flowers I'm going to use on this layout. I just wanted something that was going to contrast against the black and white and the green, and I thought this was a neutral that would look good because I did not want them to blend in. I wanted them to stand out a little bit. So let those dry for a second, and then I'll cut them out. So all dry, all cut out, and now I'm just going to arrange them in the same spot kind of that I have the layout, or that I have them in the sketch that I drew. And then I decided I wanted to do kind of like leaves or something, but I didn't want to get off the Cricut, so I just like quickly hand drew some leaves and then cut them out with my scissors. And I like the way it turned out. It's cute. I ended up using one of the stamps I have as inspiration. It's a stamp with 3 little leaves on it, and so it's right here. I was just looking at my layout to make sure, or my sketch to make sure I'm just getting everything that I wanted to put on here. So this is going to take the place of the little spots I have in the sketch, and I'm using these adorable little leaves, and then they kind of represent the leaf that I cut out. So getting everything glued down, I glue all but this top flower down, and I'm going to pop it up onto some foam, and just to give some dimension there. I'm liking that. That's the only thing that's going to be popped up. But then the more I was looking at this, the more I realized I wanted more flowers. So I'm adding a big and then 2 little flowers in this bottom cluster. And then I will go ahead and just paint them directly on the background. And I think it turned out really cute. I like the fact that there's more flowers in it than I had originally planned. I think it looks really neat. And I'm painting them the same color, off-white, with the burnt orange in the center. And then I will add one more in this bottom corner here of the picture. So I have that, you know, rule of 3 kind of going on. So there is my layout. I had a lot of fun doing it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And don't forget to check everybody else out that is playing along with Mixed Media Mayhem. Thanks for watching. Bye.